if one is trying to, or you observe that there's a tendency inside that excessive to try and please other people, because to please someone is not sin, no? But to be afraid that you might displease them creates trouble. When truth sometimes is sacrificed for a kind of false comfort. So it is good. You chose to step forward and say, I want to expose this. It's the beginning, and could be the beginning of the end of something. You want to expose it. Observing is very important thing, and observing with detachment and not with identity, because this thing will continue because of identity. We identify with that characteristics or that trait, and so it will perpetuate it. It is like voting for it when you identify with it. Now the identification may have started earlier and has now just become a kind of reflex. So as soon as, this tendency, and many of us know it, of course, no? A fear of disappointment, a fear that someone will, dismiss you, or fear of confrontation also. So we don't know where it starts. We're not here to blame, but to look. And if these energies come up, we notice them. Why? Because you are a feeling being. It is not wrong that we feel something, and what you feel may be partially true. That we tend to sometimes attract situation and people and contact that will bring up this feeling of expectation in us. And then we try too much to please. And what is the outcome of that? Your words are weak. Your presence are weak. You are not coming from your strength, but coming from weakness. You see? Not blame, but we start there. And there has to be some detachment. When these things flare up inside, that as soon as you can, don't try to stop them. It doesn't really work, just to try and stop. Because you're trying to stop it is already your involvement with it. And funny enough, you're trying to stop it gives it strength. Because by trying to stop it, you perceive it really as an enemy, and then it feeds on friction. You see? So let it play, and then you are observing this thing. Don't be quick to take shape with it. Your observing already begins also, even before it's personal, the impersonal is there. And begin to observe this thing inside. Don't claim it as yours so quickly. You see? Because the minute you say, I can, I don't want to feel like this, and I'm, again, or whatever, in your own silent way, apparently, you're already in a struggle with yourself, you see. Can these habits be changed? Oh yes, they can change. They can change. They're only there when they're there. Otherwise, they're there in, you may say, dormant. And the more they're not dealt with, it's as though situations keep coming that will provoke this kind of thing, you see. You started well enough by identifying that there's a tendency to please, no? And it's good you put it straight, simple, We notice this. And something inside you, you're not pleased about it. We're not pleased. Because it's like compromise. You give someone the stronger voice. And fear of, as I say, getting into this feeling that, unless you please, you will be read as being displeasing or something. So it's a habit that's going on. But the key is to be free of these things, is to observe that, yes, it's a tendency, it's been going on for some time, but from the place, is there a place from which you are aware of it, that you're observing it, but this place has no charge, it's not personal. Can you see this or not? So everybody sees it, but no one fully employs it, you see. because somehow it doesn't seem as rich, as virile, as passionate as the stage when we are identified. And our attention tends to go there. The identity is strengthened in the place where we are really in this kind of situation, in that kind of duality. How to change it, you see? Actually, to be honest, this is not your biggest problem. That's just an offshoot. It's not the biggest problem. The biggest problem is not that I have a difficulty always trying to please people. What is the greater problem or misunderstanding? Is that you're living in the mode of a person only, mostly. Even sometimes our spirituality hasn't flowered yet around these things to burn them. That primarily we are living in the mode of personhood. Once the personhood thing is developed, becomes our convincing sense of ourself, every other nonsense can come. So we can talk about this particular peculiarity and that one, but the root you must find, and the root is this I am feeling, which is functioning primarily as a person. This would sound, if I went out on the street somewhere and say these things, people would think, oh, what is he talking about? They would not understand. Because very few human beings get the chance to begin to observe or to even doubt that the person is only a very limited, restricted sense of something infinitely greater than that. But here in satsang, I can say, I expect that you see this already. Because so many faces I see here, we have been seeing each other for some time. I'm only sharing this. I'm only pointing at this. I don't have a second subject. You see? So has it gone in or not, you see? Because we can stay here and be listening and it's just floating over your head, waiting for when I catch your particular interest at the moment. But this is at the root of it. This is the master medicine. This is the one medicine for everything, actually. Because all troubles begin with person and ego. So after that, if you don't catch that, then came all the people, all the psychotherapists and the psychoanalysts and the magicians and all the different people start to come because you didn't catch the root of it. You follow or not? Yes. That if you don't catch it, then the mind just goes into all these different spaces. And you think, well, it's, this thing, I need some yoga, I need some Reiki, I need prayers, I need this, I need that, I need this. But it's the same one root, the same one tree. And the tree is the tree where the I am is confused to be the person only. And we are living life too personally. The person is meant to be something superficial while we are in this body and experiencing through this body as consciousness. It's superficial, but it became the governor, the landlord of the house. How is this going to be changed? How can we speak now, today, where something is changed? Go for the biggie. Don't go to fix a small, put a little band-aid on it. But go for the big thing, so that if you catch the root of it, then this and all potentially subsequent problems are, you're at the very heart of them. You can see all of them. You take the sting out of them. They can be superficially contributing more and more to the widening of your wisdom, but they will not conquer you, because you are not to be found there anymore. You have disappeared from there. So maybe your thing is to really get back into the inquiry. The tablet was kept in the mouth. It has to be swallowed. How you can forget something which is the very bodyguard of your being. It is the door to your sanity. It is the mirror that you check in with yourself. Is this thing true? You see? How many is on board with what I'm speaking? You know? Oh, thank you. Good. What good fortune! You know? What good fortune! Suppose you had some illness and I tell you there's no remedy for your illness. Suppose you go to the doctor and they tell you there's no remedy, nothing we can do for you. Even that is going to be good for you, actually, at a deeper level. Even that, isn't it? But suppose something has been troubling you for a very, very long time and it has not been discovered what it is. And then somehow you came to discover, this is what it is. Yes. You only have to eat melon skins. Would you not do it? Yeah, you would do it, no? So if we say, don't worry, all you have to do is to stop identifying. Watch this I feeling when it comes up. Because the I feeling comes up is not the problem. The problem is believing in it and taking it to be what you are. And the minute you have taken that, then other troubles will come. And watch it and see what happens. It will not take you 1 week to really come to the root of what you're seeing. You can sort it out today even. If you were really, supposing this day was all that was left. Can I ask like this? You know, suppose this day is all that's left. Suppose wherever you come from, you won't have time to return there and say bye-bye and all this. Right here, you have and you're in the perfect place, satsang. Because if this is your last day, what other classes you have to go to? I have to do my last yoga class. I've got to go and finish my flower making today. You know, I've got 2 cakes to make. What is going to be important for you? What would you have to leave this room for that's better than what you stand to find out here? Suppose your last day. How will you use your time? Crying? How will you use your time? I got your attention? And then this satsang can be, because each time I come to satsang, for me, it could be the last satsang. If you have this attitude, that kind of earnestness, I think a lot of things will change. And so much for better. No? Nothing to carry over. No account for tomorrow. Everything today. Is possible. What is possible? What would be possible? We don't even know. We don't know. Even if I said don't know what's possible. But your attention becomes so alert. You're so present. You're so present that past means nothing for you. Future means nothing for you. Right now. Even just for a few seconds to grasp what that means experientially is to be in the elevation of yourself. Don't let it pass. Now, my hope is not that you simply become tense. And if there's tension, then something can observe that's tension. That's not what truly exists. A wave is triggered, a movement has come, but like everything else that you have seen, it comes and goes. Have you ever experienced anything that has come and stayed? Have we ever experienced anything that has come and remained with you. Any thought, any feeling, even the most delicious feeling, come and go. Why they go? Even you don't want them to go. They seem to go even more quick. So, what has stayed? What has not gone? You have not gone. You are the witness of what comes and what goes. But I'm not talking about you personally. The person also come and go. And is there really a person that come and go? Or is it just a personal feeling, a personal thought come and go? What is it that remained that even didn't come? Have you heard me speak like this too much to take me seriously anymore? It's only a mirror. It's only mirror. Mirror means I'm not teaching you something. The mirror is not giving you even an opinion. You go look in the mirror and go, and the mirror says, not today. No, that didn't come from the mirror. That come from your mind. Okay? So it is just this. We're just looking. And not just looking and interpreting through the mind, but looking and even watching the mind behavior also. If you don't understand my words at the moment, it's okay. Be in the vibration of them. There's truth even in the vibration of them. Sometimes, when we come to moments like this, where something really could be revealed in you that is very important, resistance comes. The force of distractedness comes. Somebody here is thinking about pizzas right now. Somebody here is thinking about, yes, I need to send an email and that dress, those red shoes. It will come now. These kind of thoughts will come. Why? Because there is force within ourselves that tends to function to keep your attention only upon your bodily existence and superficial mental preoccupations. And there's a power in you that is open to evolve, to go more deeply, you can say, to come home to the truth of yourself. That power is there. God put it there. And between these two movements, there's the unmoving, from where the observing of both polarities are seen. What I'm speaking with you should not take so much time, except that it has to go through the mind barrier sometimes, because something feels uncomfortable about it. You must discern whether any resistance is in promotion or support to your freedom or not. So I'm pulling in the question you brought and every other questions which are similar is really being dealt with or will be dealt with, not by force, but by a little focus. If you've not fully grasped it, and you come to satsang, for sure there will be forces trying to pull your attention away from that. It's life, it's like that. And this amounts to a kind of a delay of your self-discovering. We are postponing all the time because of mind. Tomorrow. Like dieting, Best time is tomorrow, starting. Same way, mind will put it off, yeah. I'll give more time tomorrow in this. later when I'm by myself, and so on. Have you gotten anything from what I say, Joy? I would really encourage that you, because actually this thing we refer to as self-inquiry, it's very simple, actually. What is complex is your mind. The pointing that the mirror, I mean, what does a mirror do? What does a mirror do? Again, a mirror be working overtime? What does it do? It only reflects. It's not even reflecting. By its very nature, it is reflecting. Your place is to observe that and use it to discern whether your feelings are in service to truth, whether your feelings are true or not. And like this, we can cut through a lot of this seeming traffic very quickly. Sometimes you don't even have to touch them. If you remember where you really are, you don't have to go and be no traffic policeman in anywhere. This simply remembering and recognizing your true place, and these things, they drop away immediately. A testimony to their falsehood and their superficiality.